Hey there, everybody. I have no idea if anyone's going to be watching this. This is kind of an unscheduled live stream. And the purpose of this live stream is to test the setup here. I'm in the garage, the cave of bad ideas, and yeah, just making sure everything will work when we actually do the live stream, when we hit 100K and turn the light on. So, yeah, let's see. So far, it looks like it's going okay. Hey there, Javier. Let me see if I can add your comment here. Dang it. So one of the problems I've been having with this software is that when I post up a comment, it still has a transparent layer on the comment, which is kind of annoying. So I'm going to try to troubleshoot that while I'm here. Yes, I see the text. Let's make that guy disappear. So Josh, you're here, setup works. I don't know why your background on the comment is still transparent. That's one thing I definitely wanted to troubleshoot, and I can't do without going live. Yeah, Hamilton Steel, countdown. We're definitely going to have a countdown timer. Let's see if I can put on one of those. New text overlay. How do I do this? How do I do this? It's been so long. Where are we at anyways on the gram? Or on the YouTubes? I know that we're close, but not officially at 100K. Let's see here. And it is cold down here. I think I checked the temperature. It's probably right around like 30 degrees. I've got a space heater on off to the side, but you know, it can only do so much when it's this cold. So I think, where are we? Manage videos. And yeah, so not quite to 100K yet, but getting there. So, and then we can turn on that guy, which we spent a lot of money on and haven't used yet. So that'll be kind of nice. Let's see. All right, we've got Daniel here from Australia. James, stoked that you love the channel. It's been an interesting journey to get to 100K. James, 70 degrees in SoCal. Screw you. I mean, there's a temperature in here. I'm going to check what it says. Yeah, we're at about 32 degrees in here. Yeah, oh, that's right. Back to the on-screen counter. Let's see if I can figure that out. New counter overlay. That's handy. Probably doesn't have to be 10 minutes. Maybe we'll do 30-second timer. Background, let's make that magenta because magenta. All right. Oh, that's 30 minutes. It's not what I wanted. Okay, let me zero that out. And 30. Okay, so when it does actually happen, which will be on Sunday, I'm gonna set the live stream back in for it. We will do a 30-second timer. So cool, Christian. Thanks for discovering the channel, and glad you enjoy the content. And I still don't know why the text on all the comments is transparent. Okay, so I figured out the timer for Sunday. Yo, yep. So, Andrew, not doing it today. It's going to be on Sunday, but we're getting close. I've got to fix. I have to fix this transparent comment thing because it's going to be a bummer during the actual stream. New image overlay. Is that what I want? New text overlay. Dang it, Ecamm. Why do you not make this easy? Maybe if I Google it. If you guys are curious about the live stream setup, I'm using Ecamm Live, which is inexpensive but good software. But I am having issues with the comment background being transparent. So let's see. No idea what's going on. 99.9, dang it. That sounds warm. Bruce, 28 in Pocatello. Okay, a little bit colder than our garage, but not by much. Yeah. Jeff, no supple patch on the hat. That'd be a good idea. Maybe I might scramble to do that. Let's see. Right. Andrew, just because the party is Sunday doesn't mean the magic doesn't happen now. Yes, that is true. Okay, how am I going to fix? You guys can see me move the comments. Is there a way I can edit this? Background. Does that do it? Yes! Yes! We have contrast on the comment text. So this is all like the nerdy backend stuff you guys don't usually see, is me bumbling through the software. Hey Amir, yeah, can't wait for 100K. It's been a long time coming. Laura's gonna definitely join on the live stream, which is gonna be scheduled for Sunday. Any more info on when you will get the Sutra? Alex, I actually have the Sutra. It is upstairs. I was planning to do a video on the Sutra, kind of a similar video to what I did on the jammies here, on the Jamis, because it's still pretty icy and snowy outside, so riding is not happening at the moment. But I might do kind of a on the stand first impressions, talking about the geometry and the components and where it fits within the gravel bike spectrum. So if you want to see that, let me know. I don't know how, I get it where people, usually the first comment when I do unboxing is like, well, did you ride it? It's like, no, it's still wintry here. So sometimes I debate whether that's actually useful content, because I'm not actually writing it, just speculating off of geometry charts. But if you guys want to see me do kind of a on the stand first impressions of the Sutra, let me know in the comments, and I will move that up the queue. Let's see. So Jazz here asking for party paste socks. Yeah, we're actually in the process of doing sock design, and it was right in the middle when Laura's cancer diagnosis came. So then that all kind of got sidetracked, as you guys can imagine. But I think now that we've got a little bit more stable schedule, that we're probably going to revisit that soon. A Santos, looking forward to seeing some of your biking and fly fishing videos. Yes, during the summer. I'm so looking forward to doing that too. And what else? Do you guys want to see my new obsession? Do I have it here? Where is it? I think it's on this side. All right, new obsession, and I can already hear the so hipster comments when I start posting videos about this. Before I show you my new obsession, here's the thing, guys. Like, I'm like a giant nerd, not just about bikes, but about everything: watercolors, fly fishing, kitchen knives, and currently woodworking. And when I go into a new hobby, I go deep and try to explore it from all different angles. So I know, although this is going to seem super hipster, new obsession, I'm going to try my hand and hopefully not cut off any fingers at carving. So spoon carving, carving a bowl or something. So here I've got a assortment of sharp, pointy things, which I love. This is a hook knife. I don't know if anyone else is into carving here, but this is what one would use to carve out the bowl of a spoon. And in my head, I have this super romantic but probably unrealistic vision of biking back into the wilderness here, finding a big hunk of wood, and then crafting a utensil set from it all on the same ride. So we'll see if that happens. Yeah, Alyssa, birds, yes. Speaking of which, we actually just got a bird feeder today and set it up. Now that we have space to do it, and hopefully we'll get some of the spring migration. Right now it's mostly, what do we have there? Dark-eyed juncos, nuthatches, chickadees. There are a couple woodpeckers, but they're in other trees, not the ones that we can see visibly. So yeah, so gloves also, so I don't cut myself. And another thing that's kind of interesting, which I discovered about woodworking, is you can actually order blanks. Just because it's no good to harvest wood at the moment. Everything's like frozen and kind of hard to access. So I bought some blanks. This is just basswood or basswood, just to kind of get the technique down before I try and find my own wood to carve into small artisanal bike selfie sticks. So let's see. So James asks, what do I end up doing with all the bikes reviewed? Do you send them back to the manufacturer? Yes, I do send them back to the manufacturer. I cut it out of the edit when I was unboxing the Renegade, but I actually photograph each bike so I can remember how it's packed and send it back how it came. On occasion, I will purchase a bike. That's happened 4 times. Just because the bikes are so good, and I just want to add them to the stable. So, but 95% of the time they get sent back. The other 5% I'll end up buying. So Parky16, how's Laura doing? She's doing as well as she can, and she'll be on the live stream on Sunday, so I'll let her update everybody. Yeah. James, bike crafting. Yeah, I was thinking, what would be a good hashtag for spoon carving, like spoon pack or knife packing? No, that sounds weird. Carved packing. No, that sounds weird. Ooh, this is sharp. Yeah, this will be fun. If you guys see a couple weeks with no videos, then you know why. You know what happened. It's just bloody stumps. All right. So it looks like I figured out the timer. I figured out the problem I was having with the comments being the background of the comments being transparent. Let's we're here. Let's hang out for like 15 minutes. And I will answer your random questions. Irene asks, what is the best watercolor paint set? So I've been thinking of doing a series of videos called No Bikes, No Likes, where I do, it's not going to be super frequent, but maybe once a month, like a deep dive into another thing I'm really into. And watercolors for sure is one of those things. But to answer your question, I've tried paint from a bunch of different manufacturers. Currently, I really like the Daniel Smith paints in the tubes. The artist grade, just because they're a little bit more saturated. They actually go a little bit further than the student grade, just because they are so heavily pigmented. I've also tried the M-Gram paints, which are good, but they use honey as a binder, so they don't dry out as completely on the palette. So the M-Gram is great if you're in studio, but if you like to travel and need kind of dry paints, I think the Daniel Smith does a better job. In terms of colors, they sell a kit, which is their split primary. So cool red, cool blue, cool red, warm red, cool and warm yellow, and that's pretty much all you need to make almost all the colors that you'll need for painting. So the Daniel Smith, short answer, split primary color set would be where I would go. Alyssa, driftwood is good for car. Yeah, that's another thing that in the process of getting into woodworking, apparently timber, the cost of lumber has just gone through the roof compared to previous years. And we live right next to a couple of cool wilderness areas where there is a lot of just driftwood or waste wood on the ground. So instead of going to the home despot every week, you know, why not harvest some of the wood that's literally in the backyard and make something out of it? So that was one of the impetuses of getting into carving. Yeah. All right, Peppermint P, longtime viewer and supporter. Yeah, you made it. I know this was a very sporadic, unplanned one. I'm just troubleshooting the live stream software, so when we do the 100K to turn on the light, everything will be set up. Of course, do you have a favorite all-rounder 650B tire? So this gets asked a lot, and I've got two. The first one is a Soma Cazadero in 650B by 50, if your bike can fit them. It's got high center ridge, so it rolls well. It's got kind of blocky side knobs, so it's fairly grippy. It's not the most aggressive tire, but if you're doing a lot, if you're doing 50-50 like pavement and some trail, then, or mostly, I'd say mostly hard pack and pavement, that's a good tire. If you require something a little bit beefier, more robust, not as supple, slightly heavier, but more sidewall protection, something like the Specialized Pathfinder Pros are good. I haven't had a chance to try the Reneers endurance casing, so I can't comment on those, but the Specialized Pathfinder Pros are another good kind of mixed terrain tire. Yeah. Stab packing, nice. Let's see. Which bike did you wish you could buy? Of the ones I reviewed recently, if I had that GCN money, I totally would have purchased the Ritchie Outback and the titanium Bear Claw with the tie fork. Those are two bikes that, maybe in the future I'll come back to and try to buy them. But those were two that had to let go. Let's see. Alexandra, 1X or 2X for long distance bike packing. We've the last time we did really long tours, I was using a 2X, like a subcompact, and that worked really well. So for sure that. I think 1X is more viable now that we have the pizza plate cassettes in the back. But it's kind of a tricky personal question. It depends on how low of a gear you want in the back. Eric, what color or colors is the Party Pace sign? Does it flash RGB? It is a single color. I'm not going to disclose what the color is, but does not flash. It's definitely baked in one color, but I have to make sure not to accidentally turn it on. There is a remote control, and it's, if this is going to focus, it's got settings. I can adjust the brightness. It's got different modes. It's got this pulsing mode. It's got a rave mode, and it's just got like a solid state mode. So it will, I don't know if I'm going to go through all the modes because it's kind of a pain in the butt, but yeah, this is going to be that, and it should turn on the light. Heimer 79, 30 PSI range for 38mm Gravel Kings. Yeah, so Gravel Kings, there's so many of them, hard to say. Also, weight's going to play a big factor on what you weigh and also the terrain. Going on, if I were to ride 38s, I would probably be in the 40s. There's a awesome calculator on the Silka website where you put in your weight, I think your speed, and pick a terrain, and that's a pretty good starting point, so I would go there. But definitely, if you weigh the same as me, then about maybe mid 40s, so you got it pretty close. Alex, thanks for the super chat. Awesome. You should watch Woodpacker by Mountainous if you haven't. Cool. Do they do some carving? I'm familiar with them. I follow them on the gram, so maybe I'll check that out. Miss the natural light from your previous filming site. Yeah, what can you do? our previous filming site was literally our living room, so every time I filmed, I had to take it down before we could use it for anything else. So that's kind of the trade-off of having a staged look, but having it more convenient for us. Haven't tried the Maxxis Rambler, so no comment on that. James, thanks, from the UK. Yeah, we've been, we sell stickers, and we've been selling like a ton to the UK, Germany, Australia. There's a contingent of folks from Finland and Switzerland buying some stickers and patches. So it's pretty cool to see, the all these other countries getting on with party pace. Cool. Andrew, I hope you like them. Like I said, they're not like they're not uber supple, but they do strike a nice balance between, a beefier casing and, a pretty good all-rounder tire. It's one of those things where you really have to pick your poison. Do you want that uber supple feeling, or do you want to not have punctures or sidewall issues, or be super concerned about that? Thanks, John. Yeah, almost there. I think I don't know where we are exactly. Maybe 10 or 20 away. But we will do the official party on Sunday, because I'd hate to do it today and have it drop below 100,000. That'd be a bummer. Would you consider reviewing the Cutthroat with a suspension fork? Yeah, I probably would never buy that bike personally, but I'd be curious to see how it rides. Yeah, Ben, fan of biggest tire possible philosophy. Yeah, well, to an extent, depends on your riding. Like, I think for me, if it were just gravel roads and roads not trails, then I think like 50 is probably the max I would go. If I was doing more mountain biking where there are baby heads and more trail features, and definitely 2.3s, 2.5s. I've got a Timberjack which I bought, and I think those are 2.5s or 2.8s. So yeah. Peppermint P, thanks. Glad you like the set. Very divisive. Some people think it feels very fake, but it's our last place was great. Had great natural light, but at the same time, it was a huge inconvenience to the rest of our life. So Drew, Russ, riding the Ochiko again this year. Interesting you ask. We've been chatting with James, and I think we may do it. It really depends on what happens with Laura post-surgery and how well she recovers, and also just the COVIDs. So if everything goes well, then there's a chance that either I will do it or we will both do it. So, but it is an event that we look forward to. Jeff K, LED or neon? So this is an interesting one. It is it's LED, but the way that this company does it, it looks like a neon light. Like, you don't see like the individual LED bulbs or whatever, the bright things. So it looks like a legit neon light, I think. All right, I'm here. Shout out. Yes. You can have all the shout outs. Eagle Tactics from Germany. Okay, Robin Heil. So slight echo, especially when I clap. That's good to know. So I don't know where that's coming from. If anyone else is hearing an echo, let me know. The reason I'm doing this impromptu live stream is to diagnose any problems. David P, thanks for the super chat. Also, A. Santos, will get some bike fishing videos soon. Well, not soon, in the summer. Let's see, whatever. Yes, I would review that bike. Nice, thanks. So the thing about woodworking, everyone should know this. I'm a complete noob, and I have no pretensions of being a good woodworker. So I'm sure I have like terrible technique when it comes to using a handsaw, but my personality is to just jump in and do things. So So dance, yeah, I have many thoughts on the Renegade. Our last video was about that. Haven't had a chance to write it. I was actually just dialing the fit in, setting it up compared to the Bambora. So hopefully soon. Yes, bike for fish, we are live. Diodes, yes, that's what they're called. Melissa Nash, do I still have, no, I ended up getting rid of the Jones bike because I decided at the end of the day I wanted something with front suspension for the trails here. Not that there's anything wrong with the Jones bike. That was a blast of a bike. If it were maybe like 6 pounds lighter, I probably would have held on to it. But the Timberjack had front suspension and was noticeably lighter, especially going up the hills here, and made that trade-off. So, Zero echo on Rob B's end. Peppermint P from San Diego, no echo here. Okay, so mixed reviews on the echo. So over a year later, are you still using the info from your bike fit? I am, actually. It's worked out pretty well. One thing I have noticed is that for practically every bike, I have to shorten the stem. And that's been one result or one thing I've learned from the bike fit. So I have an array of shorter stems now. So let's see. Okay, sounding good. Full bookshelf is a good option. Yeah, that would be a good set prop, but it gets dusty here. I mean, I'm sawing, maybe 15 feet away, and then the sawdust just goes everywhere. I actually bring up all the camera equipment after each shoot because if I left it down here, it'd just be covered in sawdust. So I'm trying to leave things down here that I don't mind getting dusty or dirty. Okay. Yay, Ryan! Thanks. I don't know if you made it to Coffee Outside this week on the Discord. I did not make it. I was, what was I doing? I was actually attending Virtual Frostbike. And it was the thing I wanted to see was scheduled at the same time, so I missed out on the Discord Coffee Outside. So, yes, I am planning to do some. It's kind of as I make them. It's just I'm pulled between many directions between the recent obsession with woodworking and just doing the YouTubes. Melissa, why Timberjack and Night, not the Pine Mountain? I like the geometry of the Pine Mountain better, but it was so dang heavy, and yeah, that's the main reason. Cool, Rob. Glad you found the channel and glad that you're watching it. So Mark, as an owner of both the Renegade and Bambora, they're both a blast. Different bikes, but both are fun. Yes, they are. Yeah, slight Dutch angle. This home that we're in was probably built in the 40s, so I can level the camera, but the ceiling's not straight. So either I set it straight for the ceiling line, but I'm crooked, or I'm straight and the ceiling is crooked. No, I've still got the Muckaluck. It's honestly not been ridden very much. I might put some dirt tires on it and try during the summer, but it's yeah, winter riding, not my favorite. Bike Rob, San Luis Obispo. If there's one place that if we could live, it might be San Luis Obispo, but we'd have to make way more money to afford to live there. Thanks. Yeah, so close. Floating bookshelf. That would be interesting. So, any issues with steering with a shorter stem? So when I've swapped out stems, the first immediate thing I notice is that it quickens the handling. Usually after about a week or two, I don't notice it as much. And usually I'm shortening from like 90 to 80. So it's not like 90 to 35, but like a 10 or even a 20 millimeter difference, I think you can adapt to without it being too adverse. Um, but there is a noticeable change like at the very beginning. Open door and an exhaust fan. Yeah, not when it's like 16 degrees outside. Do I use wood layout software? I do not. I've experimented with a free version of SketchUp just to make my own plans. Like this thing. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I made this guy. Hopefully nothing breaks. But this is my miter saw table with a piece of birch plywood across the top. Usually there's a miter saw here. And these are folding wings. They're just propped up with 2x2s, and it's on casters. So this is about as crafty as I've gotten so far with the woods. Let's see. Yes, I do take commissions. If you email us, then I'll give you the rates. It really depends. I work off of photos, and not all photos work. The best photos that work for watercolors are ones with strong shadows. So either like a backlit scene or like a strong side light. I have done commissions where the photo's kind of flat and I've altered the lighting of the scene just so it looks better. So if you're open to that, then you can make that happen. Hi from Argentina. That is one place that we definitely want to visit to ride and fish and just explore. So one day maybe when all the COVIDs are gone. Let's see. Yeah, I like doing like doing live streams. Just because I don't have to edit them, they just happen. Also, like when I've realized, I must be getting older. When it's this cold, I mean, it's 30 degrees in here. My carpal tunnel, like everything just locks up. So if I do a long video and I'm editing at the computer, like things start to hurt really quickly. So that's why I'm trying to do longer takes or maybe more live streams. What's my favorite crank length? I don't know that I have a favorite. I've tried the 165. I usually am on the 172.5 just because that's what ends up on bikes that I test, but I don't have a super preference on crank length. I've not tried the Rocky Mountain toast bag. I'm familiar with them. They're the ones that make that cool kind of rando style bag with built-in what's called like snack bags on the side. The mounting is really intriguing. I'm curious at like how stable it is. So if you have a sense of that, would love to know. Yes, unfinished feel. Not intentional, but it works. Originally, when I was laying out this space, I wanted the ends of the camera to end at the pegboard, so it felt more studio-like. But when I'm doing stuff with bikes, I just need a wide shot. So I've just kind of leaned into the unfinished feel of the set here. Was the Pine Mountain more comfortable than the Timberjack? The reason I liked the Pine Mountain more was less about comfort, although it was comfortable. I did like the handlebars on the Pine Mountain better, but I liked the front end handling when descending. It was a little bit slacker than the Timberjack, and for the trails here, I liked it. I do think my iteration of the Timberjack is a good balance if between trail and lots of just road, whereas the Pine Mountain definitely was more trail oriented. Sub, yay! Let's see. Am I still into folding bikes? Yeah, we still have our Bromptons. I don't know if you guys saw our ACN last night, but I revealed the fact that my first real bike after the Schwinn Varsity was a custom Bike Friday New World Tourist. So folding bikes have a special place in my heart. Yeah, you know, when we do the ACN, it's a balance. Like, I don't want to dominate that show, you know, because I want everyone to say their words. But I also have to usher it along. So I usually have a set list of questions or know of topics when I feel like the conversation's getting dead. So on this, you know, obviously on our site, I can be as vocal as I want. But when I do ACN, I do want to hear what everyone else thinks. I think it's been fun to have Zach on. I hope you guys dig Zach. His channel was a big inspiration for me to shoulder on with this YouTube thing. Just because I think, you know, if Zach was into gravel bikes, we might have a very similar presentation. So it's been fun to wrangle him into the show. So Amir says this is referring to the Rocky Mountain toast bags. You mount the bags with micro volet straps, and it works quite well. Cool. And does it sag? Like what keeps it level on the bottom? Is it just resting on the head tube, and that's what provides its kind of levelness? Be curious. No, you rock, Ray. You rock. Bike Rob, how is Laura doing? Laura's gonna be on live stream on Sunday, so she will give an update then. What is my favorite gravel bar? Did I settle with? I like the Ritchie Outback, or the Ritchie Outback. That's a cool bike. The Ritchie Venture Max in, I think, a 46. That would be my go-to. I am going to try out the new handlebar from Redshift. Yes, Redshift. The people that make the suspension stem, they're sending over their new handlebar. It's not the one with the arrow thing. I know a lot of people are curious about that, but it's not something I would personally use, and I think it would get in the way of certain bags I use. So I'm just going to review their or take a look at their handlebar, and they've got this system of kind of integrated grip things for that you can apply to any handlebar to make it more ergonomic. So that should be interesting. What time Sunday? So I think we're gonna do it 5 p.m. PST. That seems like a good balance between getting West Coast, Mountain, you know, Central, and East, where it's not too late for anyone. And I've been experimenting with live streams around that time, and they seem to be doing pretty well. So I think we're gonna do that. I know, it's so close. Social Blade lies. Lies. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we got to, maybe Sergeant, when Sergeant subscribed, he pushed this over. If that's the case, you win a very artisanal bike selfie stick. Okay, I can't turn the light on, guys. We're supposed to do it on Sunday. And what if people unsubscribe? It's gonna be the most depressing thing. Mike Nichols, release the sign. Here it is. All right. I'm not going to do it today. We're going to do it on Sunday. All right. Yeah, see you Sunday. And I think on that note, I will end it here. I've troubleshooted everything I need to do for the live stream. So, yeah, thanks everyone that subscribed for hopping in on this impromptu chat as I figure things out. And I'll see you Sunday. And we will turn on the light. I'm actually I'm gonna check. I'm gonna log off first and check to make sure that everything still has batteries, because that would be embarrassing. So till Sunday, everyone, keep the supple side down.